Hi, Barbara Wally here, orthopedic and sports certified physical therapist, to talk to you about sleep. So, most of the information I'm going to talk about today comes from the National Institutes of Health. You can go to their website at nih.gov. But in essence, sleep is incredibly important, especially when it comes to physical and mental well being. Anybody knows this. You are sleep deprived, your brain is not working, your body is not working as intended. But the main idea behind sleep is that it's a method to help repair tissues. There's lots of micro traumas and things that happen throughout the day, so it gives our bodies an opportunity to regenerate and rejuvenate. It's also great for information processing. That's what a lot of dreams are all about. Our minds are processing all the information that we pick up throughout the day. It also helps with memory. A big part of sleep is improving your immune system, your cardiovascular health. It actually lowers your blood pressure to get adequate sleep and therefore reduces the risk of heart attack and stroke. Also helps to regulate your metabolism and blood sugar. So those with weight concerns or blood sugar issues like diabetics, sleep is very important when it comes to helping to control those factors. Also helps to regulate hormones, especially for young children. In the middle of the night is when a lot of estrogen and testosterone and growth hormone is actually in the process of upticking and helping to regulate processes as you are growing. But also cortisol is very important when it comes to sleep. You actually get a little bump of cortisol first thing in the morning. That's why they recommend you don't suck down coffee or caffeine first thing in the morning to let your internal hormone processes take effect. But also, let's talk about mental health. So it's really important for your cognition, your mood, stress, clarity, and etc. And there's also a thing called plasticity, which is your brain's ability to regenerate or improve neural function. So it's very important when it comes to brain processes. But let's talk about athletic performance too. So we're talking about tissue regeneration. Lots of micro traumas occur, especially when you're training and weightlifting and exercising. So it's important when you're training to get adequate sleep. It also helps with alertness and energy. Also can reduce accidents. So think about when you've been really sleep deprived, you might trip and fall or twist an ankle or etc. a little bit more. And when you're adding that to sports performance, it makes sense to get adequate sleep. And it can help with the social part of a sport or performance. If you're sleep deprived, you're not yourself, you might be a little more emotional or a little bit more withdrawn. So it can help with the social aspect of sports performance. But how much sleep should you get? The general recommendation is 7 to 9 hours. So it is said that less than 7 hours can actually produce health detriment, and greater than nine hours doesn't necessarily hurt you. But especially for children who are growing, it's important that they get that 9 to 10 hours. And that when you reduce your sleep, it actually tends to make you sick. So if you are someone who's prone to getting sick, make sure you're getting adequate sleep. But with children, they say that under the age of 7, you really need to make sure you're getting adequate naps for those children. And it needs your sleep at night as well. It needs to be uninterrupted. So let's talk about naps for adults. So per the Mayo Clinic, they need to be short. So 2 to 3 hour naps are not good for you, believe it or not. So typically 20 to 30 minutes. So we're talking about slightly longer than a cat nap. You don't want to wake up groggy. The longer you sleep, the groggier you will feel. And the recommendation is to get this sleep early in the afternoon, just not after 3 p.m. or it'll interrupt your sleep patterns at night. So interesting stuff. How much sleep are you getting? I know that I'm someone where the top of the food chain, it's sleep for me. So I need to make sure I'm getting my adequate sleep or I get very grumpy and everything falls apart. But I need my 8 to 8.5 hours. But it just gives you a little bit of pause. Is there an extra 30 minutes to an hour that you could be allotting before you go to bed to go to bed earlier and to get that adequate sleep? So just food for thought and things to think about. But thanks for listening. And if you need anything or if you'd like to schedule an appointment, please reach out to me. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.